What is going on, guys? Hey, it's Saturday. I know, I get it. I've missed out this past week. I failed on one of my videos last week. Oh, this vlogging thing, I'm not sticking to it as hard as I should be. But there's been a lot going on, man. So I'm going to kind of touch on a personal subject. It's personal to me. I know it's going to be personal to some of you out there. Toxic people, right? Like, we've talked about circles. We've talked about the people that we need to cut out of our lives, cut the fat out of our lives. And that's not just gym lingo. That's also speaking to, people that should not be in our lives. It's really, really tough when these toxic people are family. When you have a toxic family member, it's rough, and especially like if it's immediate family, it's very difficult to try to figure out a way to operate around them and to do that cutting of the fat that we talk about, right? You can't just cut them out as easily as you say could a friend or a coworker that you don't like to hang around or whatever. Family's a whole new level of difficult that you got to put up with. And I'm just telling you from my own personal experience that you can do it. Sometimes it is necessary, and that everything will be okay. Family is something I feel is a definition that changes person to person. You can't say family is any specific definition, because everybody has their own view of what family looks like. Family can be best friends, family can be your actual blood relations, family can be people that you grew up with in your lifetime that you have a really, really tight bond with. So, no matter what definition of family you find yourself in with these people, you still have to cut them out, man. As hard as it is to say, as rough as it's going to be, and sometimes it's easier than others. It just all depends on how deep the roots go with the family member that you're deeming as toxic, that you need to eliminate. I understand, like, family dynamics are messy, dude. Family dynamics are always crazy, crazy messy, and the reason why is because none of us are not messy. We all have junk. We all have messy homes, messy families, messy lives. And like, the thing with social media, and I've covered this before in another video, social media doesn't show any of that, and the reason why is because social media is where we go to get away from it. So typically, the things that you see on someone's social media, their YouTube videos, their Facebook, their fan pages, whatever, typically it's not real. That's not really their life. It's their highlight reel. So like, the stuff they're posting, for the most part, they're doing, but it's highlights of what, like, the full encompass of their life looks like. So like me, for instance, okay, if you go on my Instagram, you will see posts about me hitting the gym. You will see my flex poses. You will see amazing pictures of my kids and my fiance. You will see family fun times and those kind of things. I'm not gonna go into my oldest daughter's room and take a photo of her when she's like flaming mad at me because I told her no about something. I'm not going to vlog a YouTube video when me and my fiance disagree on something. I'm not gonna spotlight on my imperfections and my dysfunctions in my life. Nobody will, right? Like, nobody does that. But we know everybody goes through it. Like, none of us are immune to life. None of us are immune to the garbage that everybody goes through in it. So when it comes to, like, the dysfunctions of having a toxic family member, all of us have one toxic family member, at least. And I'll tell you this much, you'd be lucky, and I say this sparingly, you'd be lucky if it is only one. And you are even extra lucky if that one toxic family member is somebody that you can dismiss very easily. It's not simple. It's not easy. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be complicated. It's going to be messy. People are going to get hurt. There's going to be hurt feelings. And, I mean, all depending on how things go, there might even be sides that gets chosen in the matter. So you might wind up losing more than just that toxic person that you need to get rid of. But that's the thing, though. You need to get rid of them. You need to separate yourself from them. And, you know, a lot of people criticize me when I talk about this because, you know, I do hold the Christian card. And a lot of people are like, look, you're this guy that talks about God and his acceptance of everybody and everything. And here you are talking about how, you know, if you have a toxic person, you're supposed to shun them away. Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because in our brokenness, we can't handle more broken than what we're capable of. Sometimes you can help and you can try and you can work through as much as you want with a toxic person, and they're not going to change. They're going to be the same person that they were yesterday, today, and there's nothing you can do about it. You got to work through getting around them, getting past them, and figuring out a way to be able to coexist in other family settings without dealing with that family member. Now, I know that's a lot to unpack, and I understand that, like, oh, but Doug, you don't get it. Like, this person is my dad, or this person is my mom, or this person is my grandparent, or my brother, or my sister, or whatever. And I mean, yeah, every dynamic's going to be different. Every single toxic family member that's out there is going to have a different effect on your life. Each one of them are going to hold a certain significance in certain places, and that's why I'm saying it's going to be messy, but you got to do it for your own benefits. You know, now, am I saying give up on them? Absolutely not. You know, you pray for them, you try to work through things with them when they call on your help, to help them get through their toxic personality defects. However, you don't become susceptible to being used by them. You don't allow them to affect you, and you certainly don't allow their toxic personality to spread within you and, you know, become bits and pieces of who you are. Because, you know, that old adage, I go back to it all the time because it's really true. Birds of a feather flock together, man. And sometimes when you let toxic people into your life, you get the mindset that, oh, I can keep them at a distance. You know, I can put an arm's length between me and them, so I can be there for them to help them without getting infected or bothered by or engulfed in whatever they got going on. And I'm telling you, that's not how life works. The people you hang with, the people you talk to, the people that you do life with, they have a significant impact on you, and you won't even realize it till it's too late. That's just plain and simple. Classic case, Mean Girls. Throw it back to it like that old movie, I think it was like 2002, 2003, something stupid like that. Where this girl decides that she's going to get revenge on these popular girls, and then so to do that, she like comes up with this plot to get inside the group and cause dysfunction within the group. And then what happens is she starts hanging with these girls and she gets sucked in. it happens to all of us, man. You hang out with wrong crowds, you get pulled in. You hang out with toxic people, you become toxic yourself. Now that I got that out of the way, one other thing I want to get to, right? And this is a problem I've recently faced. And I'll tell you, this is the first time I've ever dealt with a situation like this in my life. Dude, if you're at a gym, be respectful to the people that are around you. And I'm not just talking about like picking up your weights and re-racking your weights and all that stuff, because there's like 1,000,001 memes out there that cover that. Be respectful, man. I had a guy that had a really, really crappy attitude. Big locker room, right? And he comes over to the locker that's right beside me. I'm sitting there, I'm adjusting the statistics on my training program from my workout. And he comes up and he's like real rough, throwing his bag in his locker. He's in a bad mood, I'm assuming. Starts acting a fool, right? He looks over at me and he was like, so, there's a, couch where you can go and do text messages and stuff, right? And I was like, oh, I'm not text messaging, I'm just editing my thing. I'm sorry if I'm in your way. Like, I was, being sincere, and it wasn't like I intentionally was trying to block him from doing whatever he was doing. But apparently in his head, he thought it was okay. He started talking smack, like, I hate disrespectful people, yada, yada, yada. And all I'm thinking in mind is like, so you're talking about yourself, right? You understand you're being disrespectful. And he was like, oh, I don't care, I'll knock him out, no. Man, here's the thing. I handled it the right way. I walked away. Biggest reason why I walked away is because if I don't walk away from things, it gets messy. I'm not trying to get the cops called. I'm not trying to get into a fight with somebody at the gym. That's dumb. Dude, I'm a grown man. Like, only time I feel the need to fight somebody is if they've disrespected my family, like if one of my daughters gets hurt by somebody or something along those lines. Then I might snatch somebody up. But man, I'm not going to fight you over a locker in the gym locker room. Like, that's dumb. So I'm just putting out a PSA. Man, if you go work out, if you go to a gym, just be nice. Show respect to the people around you, man. The gym is that one atmosphere where I feel like everybody should be respectful to everybody else, because everybody's there to accomplish goals, right? Like, how can you act jacked up towards somebody else who's in a building to accomplish things like you are? I guess that's my perspective. I don't know. PSA, if you go to the gym, don't be a dick. Plain and simple, man. I'm going to get out of here. I just got done with my AM cardio. I'm about to go back into my house and see what's going on. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I'm sorry I kind of failed on posting videos until today. I will resume posting videos Wednesday and Friday this coming week. You got my word on it. I will make it happen no matter what. Just make sure you understand that there is a God that loves you. He loves you more than you could ever imagine. Enough to where he knows the amount of hairs on your head. He's that kind of a detailed God. And get rid of the toxic. Take it out like it's the trash. And then don't be a dick in the gym.